Honeywell Smart Building Score rates buildings on the three main pillars of green, safe and productive. If smart buildings shape smart cities, resource-efficient structures are central to any sustainable solution to the challenges cities face today.
Cities have the major challenge of more and more people coming and staying in the cities, and because that is obvious, because cities offer better lifestyle and people have aspirations to move to cities. So grappling with the constant urban pressure is a major challenge, and unfortunately our infrastructure does not match up to the growing population in the cities.
Okay, we got smart cities. Everything in the city has to be smart. So one is the hard infrastructure, whether it is highways, roads, buildings, and then there is a social infrastructure like healthcare, education, which also needs to be taken care of. So if we have a smart city, it cannot be without smart building.
Think about the places we live and work in and places where we unwind. The built-up area in our cities is increasing every day. With rising usage and growing footfalls comes huge consumption. And commercial buildings are now embracing technology and design innovations to offer better indoor environment to visitors and also achieve a larger goal.
Actually, the good part with Indian market is a lot of global businesses through outsourcing, and increasingly the global captives which are setting up their high-end destination and centers in India. So the expectations are very much what they expect in established markets like US. So definitely there are expectations of higher level of energy management. There are expectations that most buildings should be platinum LEED certified or minimum of a gold LEED certification. There is expectation of indoor air quality. There are expectations that the whole infrastructure around the buildings should be very convenient.
If you talk about the smart buildings now, it's a national agenda of smart cities, and what we feel that unless each and every building of city is not a smart building, then you can't achieve the smart cities agenda, which is our Prime Minister's agenda. And I think what we feel basically, in the smart cities, whatever building we have, whether it's a commercial building, whether it's a residential buildings, each building owners should follow the guidelines, should follow the technology to save on energy, for the safety, for the security, for the green initiative. Then only we will be able to achieve green city, smart cities.
At the Select City Walk Mall in New Delhi, lighting in all common areas has been converted to LEDs. This saves nearly 45 to 50% of power consumption in terms of lighting needs. And motion sensor technologies are playing a big part in cutting energy usage in areas that are less frequented during certain hours of the day.
If you go to our lobbies, we have motion sensors. Once the people comes, only the lights will come on. So that way also we are using motion sensors for our escalators also. During offload, the escalators will not operate. Only when the people comes, the motion sensor will sense the person and escalator will start. So this is how we are saving energy through sensors.
At the newly opened Mall of India in Noida, the concept of sustainability was built in from the early stages. Covering roughly 2 million square feet area, it is the largest retail project in India. And using building materials specific to the local environment was the natural choice to curb the electricity bill significantly.
We at the planning stage have really looked into how we reduce carbon footprint. DLF Mall of India is a LEED Gold certified building, and hence a lot of the building materials that has been used is eco-friendly. For example, the insulation that it has in the outer cover is with AAC blocks, which is as a material, it insulates, and hence it also reduces air conditioning, and there is a 20% energy saving. So every element that we have done in this project has taken energy efficiency into account at the planning stage.
At its core, the green factor defines the idea of a cleaner and more sustainable lifestyle. Globally, smart technologies will have a great impact in achieving goals of sustainable development. As awareness grows, the myths surrounding green buildings are also giving way to its long-term benefits.
One of the myths around green buildings is that green buildings are more expensive, and I think that is not right. Buildings have a very long life cycle, so you cannot judge a building by the initial cost only. You have to look at the operational cost as well as the cost of people and their health who reside in the buildings. So that is something which is a big myth. Then there is a myth that you cannot retrofit a building to be more efficient or sustainable. Yes, I would say there are constraints, but yes, within whatever is possible, there are several ways you can even make an existing building more efficient.
The awareness is exponentially high. Probably also because of the fact that a lot of end users are working in IT companies and their exposure is far more than other businesses. At the same time, I'm finding that even the younger generation, which is in their teens and 20s, are very aware of it and they want to be living in those kind of developments. So Prime Minister Modi's vision of smart cities, right, is actually an upward integration of what we're talking about.
A reflection of growing awareness can also be seen in public institutions and government buildings adapting to changing times. A stellar example of this can be seen at the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation's headquarters at Metro Bhavan. Relentlessly cutting down on resources used and utilizing waste optimally at the Metro Bhavan, all waste food from the canteen is turned into manure through an on-site organic treatment plant. The same principle has also been applied to flip the notion of paper guzzling office through a unique recycling program where 60% of waste paper is reclaimed for repeat use.
You see, when we were constructing this building in 2008, I was involved in the design process. So in any building when you make for government, what you look for office use, what you look for is a good lighting and good environment, that is air conditioning. And as we progress and technology developed, we also realized that for sustainability of any company, it is equally important for having your credibility and protect your environment and social acceptability. And therefore we are taking a lot of measures on environmental issues.
Utilities at this office and at the new metro stations are designed to maximize utilization of renewable resources. With bright sunshine streaming in through the open atrium, very little artificial light is required. Motion sensors and customized light settings further reduce dependency on fixtures which are high on energy usage, while the glazed glass exterior prevents heat from entering.
Our lighting management system is such that you can control the scenario. It has the occupancy sensor. If somebody is not in the room, lights will go off. If you raise the curtains of the window, you will find that the lights level will go down automatically. And each individual in the chambers can make their own scenario. If you are working on a table and just clearing the dark in the evening, you can control the light through a remote. If you are working with it, having a meeting, you can similarly shift your lighting, and each scenario you can get it created for yourself for your personal use.
The drive towards sustainability extends beyond the offices. Green features promoting renewable energy and standardization will be also integrated into all new metro stations, part of the Delhi Metro Rail's Phase 3 project.
All our phase 3 stations, what we are making new stations, are with solar power, with sewage water, with the rainwater harvesting, and they are all platinum rated stations. So we have included a lot of features. All lights are now LED lights, which in phase 1 and phase 2 we could not think because of the high cost. But as the technology is progressing, costs are coming down, and we are incorporating, we are improving our specifications. It's an ongoing process.
The potential to achieve lasting growth and development is vast, and green technologies are slowly but surely helping to make a mark in that direction. Find out how the buildings you live and work in fare. to begin a quest towards greater resource efficiency and an enduring environment.